I'm ready.
And we are about to be LIVE. Modern day masculine man, take one.
Ooh, what makes a modern day masculine man? When you drink your liquor straight, a modern day masculine man. I pay all the bills, and I tells my woman the truth. Got my shit together, do what I wanna do, say what I wanna say. I won't bend, I won't break, you are not me, and I am not you. I kept it real, so now I can do what I wanna do. Modern masculine man. Welcome to Man School.
Welcome to the Modern Masculine Man Podcast, Mitch. Woo! Hello, world. How's everyone doing? I'm smiling because I haven't seen y'all in a while, and we're back. We're back on Sundays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm happy to see my lovely co-host, Miss Carla Nicole. Coach Carla, how have you been? I haven't talked to you in a minute. We ain't spoke. You ain't checked on me or nothing. Now, you know how old folks do. I'm going to try to make you feel bad. You ain't call me. You ain't check on me. You ain't see if I was breathing, if I was alive or nothing, goddamn.
You're so funny. Oh, my God. I'm doing well, man. Just been crazy. It's been crazy. It seems like the time has flown.
Yeah. It's crazy because it's April already. You know what I'm saying? And Crystal got a birthday coming up in May. She about to be 5 years old. So time is flying.
Yes, sir.
Right now, we streaming live on Twitter and YouTube.
Let's go.
Facebook done put me in the fucking jail of life. They like, nigga, we ain't gonna let you go live no more. We ain't giving you. I was funny because it's funny because of all the stuff I've said. You know, just a day of laughing. You know what I'm saying? They took my monetization. They stopped recommending my page, but I'm still doing 2 million views a month over there. But I had made a post laughing, joking. I was typing. I said, somebody tell me what kind of cocaine finesse 2 times snorting. And they was like, this is drug talk. You are done. Like, they canceled the whole page for a minute and then they let me come back. But they was like, you're not being recommended anymore and you're not gonna get no money and you can't go live. So I don't know how long that shit gonna last. But you know, I'm kind of doing my thing on Instagram and I'm in this play coming up. I'm really starting to pivot and do some other things.
Right.
So I don't give a shit about Facebook. Instagram is blowing. I'm viral over there right now for a Trump video. I got a whole lot of white folks following me now. So you know what I'm saying? It's funny because Carla, when they come on and they saw the Trump video, they like, yeah, brother. Naturally, they do a deep dive. Then they be like, this motherfucker racist. I'd have had some white people inbox me like, man, what's up with you? Like, you a Trump supporter and you be on black people's ass about them and doing right, but then you be talking shit about white people. Are you racist? I said, no, I'm a just truth teller. It's some shit black people need to get together, and it's some shit white people need to get together. And I'm just talking about it all. And they just can't believe that this black guy supports Trump. And so they think I'm a redneck coon because I support Trump. And I'll be like, man, these fucking crackers and and the white man need to whoop his wife ass again so we can get our life back the way it's supposed to be. And they be like, they confused. So it's funny to see the dynamic of myself that I know I'm just being me, and just people just assume like whoa, like
Right.
where's this guy coming from?
They're not
But
sure.
that's enough about me. Tell me what's been going on with you, what you've been doing with the page, what you've been doing outside of me and you not meeting. I know you've been writing books and shit, trying to get something going. What you been doing?
So actually, I am in mourning. I lost a one of my ex boyfriends I was with for 7 years. He died on me. So
Oh,
I've been in mourning for about a little bit over a week now. So I've been dealing with that, and it wasn't like we were together for 7 years, but we haven't been together like that for years. But when you lose somebody, that takes a chunk out of your soul, man. It's like,
hmm,
I don't know what to do with this. And this morning has been a different kind of morning because it's not like you're crying, but you're carrying a soul weight. So
yeah,
I'm dragging this weight with me everywhere I go. It's like a weight, and I'm really angry because I didn't get to talk to him. So now I'm trying to figure out how do I channel him to talk to him. It's just been one of those
yeah,
aggravating,
yeah,
agitating situations. Then I know you remember I had lost my dog, so I just got over
yeah,
that. Now, right after that, here he comes. And then my
yeah,
daughter lost her grandmother, so now I'm trying to hold her up from her. It's just been a lot of death. But outside of that, what has been good is I've been able to reestablish how to get back into the swing of going back into coaching, deep
hmm,
diving into what we want to do to make sure everything is good. So it's all
yeah,
been okay. It's just, working on Patreon. I ended up getting like 1 million impressions, so I was happy about that. They were kind of pushing the page out and stuff like that.
yeah,
Now I have like 200 followers on Patreon, which is a great thing. But Patreon has its own, like, I don't know what you would call it. Like, they have their own version of how everything works. So I'm working on understanding their dynamic. So again, you're going into a whole different realm of understanding
yeah,
their way, and then at the end of the day, you're still trying to make sure you're empowering people. So it's been
yeah.
interesting. I'll put it that way.
Well, you know me, I got a saying, everything I ever wanted will be given to me. So I'm gonna let you do everything you do over there on Patreon and do all the sweat work and grind work and figure out how that shit go. And I'll be like, Miss Collins, show me how to do it.
Well, I'm thinking you need to go over on Patreon since you already have that virality anyway. Just putting you
hmm,
on Patreon would be a good move, I think.
yeah. Okay,
I'm talking
yeah, I'm
about
gonna
for
get
your
you
for
on
your
Patreon.
for your since you're doing it on Instagram,
Hmm.
I would slow roll yourself right over to Patreon.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it done. You know what? I need a manager or something like that who do all that shit. But Miss Carla, I got a decent job and I go to work every day, and you know what I'm saying. My wife got a decent job, and I'm just living, and I don't want it. I don't want to never feel too nothing by nothing. But time I'm just delaying and bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I need to go ahead and set me up a Patreon because there's some things that I probably people want to hear. Sister hit me the other day. She said, "Why don't you do like a woman's conference?" She was like, "A woman's," because she was like, "Do you know how many women would want to hear from you and knowing that you're going to tell them the truth?" And I'm like, "Yeah," and it makes so much sense. But I'm like, I'm not. I don't even call the motherfucking light bill. Hey, my wife did. I got to call a hotel. I'm trying to set up a conference, and we got to get rooms, and we got to get a
Well, I
boardroom, and
think I think I think we should go on tour. I think we should do that because we already
yeah,
have the people that already like what we do, and we have that kind of vibe. And you know me, I have the gentlemen where they know that I don't have no problem with correction, and
yeah.
then I also have no problem with letting women know, like, if y'all are on the right standing, I'll have your back, but we're not gonna just uphold nonsense either.
Yeah, 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 exactly, exactly. Well, that's something we got to talk about and get set up. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty
Sure,
sure logistically you'll know how to work all that
you
and
already know.
research
It's
into all
nothing
that.
but a word. Yes.
Yeah. So let's get started on today's topic. I like the subject. You know what I'm saying? Let's get
What do you
started. Go
think?
ahead and break it down.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the unexpected expectations of women, of the
Mhm.
female. And I think it's important we talk about this because a lot of times we are inherently romantic. And I don't say that lightly. I don't say all women, because I don't want to do that to where I'm, putting us
Yeah.
all under an umbrella. But a lot of us have a desire to be romanticized. In the romanticism alone, it brings and casts off us being in high expectation for a man to make us quote unquote happy.
Hmm.
So because we have this, I want a man, and I want him to prove that I'm his girl, and then I want to make sure he's showing who I am in his life, and we have
Hmm.
to be showing that we're doing this and doing that. In that expectation, we are really causing a misunderstanding of what true love is. So I want us to talk about, and you can even import your position on how, when you are dealing with women, how they come across when they don't have you tell them what they want to hear, but when you tell them your truth or where you stand with them, and then they try to figure out a way to wiggle out of it, or figure out a
Hmm.
way to make
Hmm.
it sound like what they want to hear so they can
Yeah.
accept what you're
Yeah.
trying to say. So why don't you explain from your perspective what you're seeing? I'm saying we as women, our romanticism is killing our realism. And I
Yeah.
think that's one of the biggest problems for us.
Yeah. Starting off, I watched this show the other day at work. It just popped up on Netflix. I had Netflix on. It was called Love on the Spectrum. Have you ever seen that show?
Hmm, no.
It's about people falling in love that's got autism, and it's like different ends of the spectrum.
Okay.
And I've never seen anyone describe what love is like them people that's on the spectrum. Everything that they said about love, it was like the Bible. It's unconditional, it's learning, it's growing with each other, it's support. Everything that they said, I said, wow. How I said these people on the spectrum are describing love better than anyone I've ever seen. And their expectations weren't carnal, temporal things that you can touch. It was, I expect to be respected,
Okay.
nurtured,
Yes.
considered. These people were saying so many things that I was like, damn, they on the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm thinking that they dumb, but it's just like
It's
so
shocking that they
amazing.
have that level of
It's
awareness.
shocking that they have that level of awareness of
Yes.
what love is.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
that right there, I said all that to say, man, the expectations that women have out here. Me being a married man and someone that a dabble from time to time, who will tell the straight up truth,
Hmm.
like you said, how women will recode situations and make it into something, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And it, yeah, and it's just like and I don't get a lot of problems because I'm so hands down, like, hey, look, my way or the highway. Like I told you, you know what's going on. You inbox me or you tried to holler at me. Like I'm not a dude that's out here hollering at women. So
Right.
any woman that I have contact with is someone that's enamored by me through social media or know me, or someone that's got a crush on me. So if
Right.
you got a crush on me and you know I'm a married man with a special needs daughter, and I say I love being at home, then
Right.
you know what you coming into.
Right.
But I still reiterate these things.
Yeah, because it
And
doesn't
that's why,
matter that
yeah,
they know.
it don't matter. I swear to God, it don't matter. And it's like, as so many times I've reiterated these things to the point where, you remember I said I'm cool. I'm so cool without dealing with women, because it's like, how can I be more than you than what I already said I'm not gonna be? And like I said, you women will twist words and twist things. Well, I thought this and I thought this, and I'll be like, but I said this is how it is. And it's still a certain situation of, after two, three times of being honest and thinking you got something, and somebody still guilt trip you like you tricked them and led them on, you
Yeah.
get to the point where you don't even want to deal. And a lot of men that I'm talking to, Carla, men are tired of dealing with women.
Yes.
Carla, I can't see you. Are you?
What? What happened?
It's like you're not. I don't see you moving.
I'm still here. Can you see me? I'm still here.
I can
I,
see
I'm,
you.
seeing, I'm seeing you on the camera just fine, and I'm moving, but I don't know if
Your
it's.
mouth and stuff not moving.
Can you see me
Okay,
now?
there you go. There you go.
Oh,
I can
that
see
was
you
good.
now.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
So what I'm hearing from a lot of men, Carla, men are tired of being the blame when they don't marry a woman. If you can understand what I mean. It's like those expectations, like men are just like, look, man, I can't even talk to a woman or date a woman. If I don't give her a wedding ring, I done something wrong to her.
yes.
And men are just so sick and tired of wearing the brunt of the guilt of you led me on, you tricked me, you red flagged me, you it's men are just tired of it.
Right.
And men, and I'm telling you the truth, Carla, men are buying pussy so they don't have to deal with that. And for the first time, I'm hearing black men saying they buying the damn sex toys and shit.
What?
I ain't never heard no black man say he buying no damn sex toy.
That's a new one. I haven't heard
They
that either.
sharing this shit. Yeah, they buying dolls and things that you can hump. You know what I'm saying? It's like men is just so sick of
Okay.
being the blame all the time. You know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying?
Well,
It's like
yes,
if we don't
I
get
do.
married, if we don't get married and somehow we don't even have to fall out. We can grow apart or whatever. But somehow that woman needs to reconcile in her brain that he fucked her over and did her wrong so
Right.
she can go on to her next thing without feeling like she being a serial monogamist.
Well, if we're honest, and you know me, I don't know if you remember when I went out of my uh, last divorce. If you can remember, I had animated what my actual spiritual conversation was with the spirit. I said,
Mm-hmm.
I'm done with doing this. So I'm going to get out of the car of life because every time I pick a man, I don't do too good. So I'm going to get out this car of life. I'm going to get in the passenger seat and buckle up. I'm going to let the spirit drive it from here. And at this point, I am done with trying to make decisions because for me, what I'm finding is I'm driven by what? Lust. I'm driven by handsomeness, intelligent men that have some type of something to offer the planet. That is always going to be a weakness for me and from me, always.
Hey,
So,
look, hey, look. So you fall for them Shaza Zulu niggas. You like them coming to different world. You remember Freddie? I'm
just
joking with you.
just any man that's handsome and smart
Yes, you
is
got
always
smart,
going to be
got
great.
something to offer. He got a plan. He gonna
Yeah.
change the world. Miss
Listen,
Carla is wet.
listen. So I understand that. So for me, I had to say, okay, what do I need to do to get out of this, situation? Now I told you my ex that just passed. He laughed on one of my posts that I posted about. Well, really, my problem was it was all the R&B music because I was swooped up in R&B back in the day. He said I wasn't
Mhm.
gonna say nothing, but since you mentioned it, now
Yeah.
see, he knows the real version, purest version of me in romance and how much I was into romanticism and I
Mhm.
want a man to do this and do that. We
I
never
give you the
married.
sun, the rain, the moon, the stars.
You already know. And what's so funny is he knows about that version of me and how much I was driven by New Edition and Boys to Men and all that stuff. He's looking at me like, girl, you wouldn't lay off the gas when it came to romanticism.
hmm
Well, when I tell you about that car of life and getting out, I literally had to end up getting more intact with realism. That was not fun
hmm
because the romanticism, the desire to want to be married and to be a wife and to have the wedding and all that pretty shit, I had to let go of and literally completely detox from it.
hmm
And in that, once I learned how important it is to detox from romanticism and get more into realism, I started having more solid, rich conversations and understanding with men. Men are now able to talk to me about what it really is that they have issues with women. So now I'm like, okay, well, now that I've gotten out of that silliness with romanticism, I understand why I wanted to be a wife so bad, but really I wasn't a wife archetype. I didn't really match being a wife. Do I know how to be? Absolutely. I know
Mm-hmm.
how to do everything a wife needs to do because I had a mother that was dynamic, being a wife and all that. I
Mm-hmm.
know all the role and how to do it. But the truth is, in order to be a wife, there has to be certain things about you that merges into the mission of what that vision is of the husband.
I
But
see what
we
you're
don't,
saying.
but we don't have that conversation enough.
So are you saying kind of like you know how to be a wife because you had a mother and watched her be a wife,
Absolutely.
but you wanted to be a wife more so for the goddamn the wedding, the
The
cake,
who, yeah, the oohs
the,
and ahs.
the going to school, dropping the kids off, the leave it to beaver life that
Right.
you know what
The
I'm saying, going
traditional,
to
the
church
tradition.
with your husband,
Yes.
holding hands, him
Yes.
over the door,
That,
feeling like that. That's what you wanted to be a
it
wife
was the
for.
feeling, the
Yeah,
what do you call that? The nostalgia
yeah, yeah,
of
yeah,
having
yeah.
someone choose me, and I'm a wife, and look at my ring, and he's bought me this, and he's taking me here, we're going on
We're
vacation.
going
Our
on
family.
vacation every year. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
So
see
you
what
just
you mean when you say you wasn't the wife archetype. Like
yes,
you could play it and look it, but you
yes,
wanted to be a wife for the TV. The
yes.
like I said, the Lucy, like leave it,
Leave
like
it
Lucy
here.
was at home,
Yes.
like her Ricky Ricardo just that motherfucker let her do anything and fuck up, he'll fix it, you know. Like,
Exactly. So all
yeah,
of that, and mind you, my whole family was married.
yeah.
My mom's side of the family, my dad's. So that's all I came from. But what I understood was you got the intelligence of how it works. I
Hmm.
have a functional, dynamic family. I have family members still married. They're still good. All of that. But that's not for you to be in. That was for you to get educated by.
You know what? Having said that, I could say as a man, there's things about being a husband that I fantasize and glamorize. And then once you become a husband, you like, okay, I mean, I just wanted a deck and a grill. You know what I'm saying? And I'm serious. Like growing up, seeing my homeboys' fathers,
That's
you know what I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, I'm serious.
That's what
That's why I
I'm
say
saying.
I'm
Yes.
gonna tell you some of the things that I looked at like you in that romanticized way of just the television. Like I
Mhm.
remember just being at my homeboy's house, couple of homeboys. I might have had two homeboys that had fathers, and they had a deck and a grill, and
Yes.
they be grilling out, and his wife be making the sides, and he looked like the fucking hero.
Yes.
He could sit down and drink him a goddamn beer and
Yep.
shit. You know what I'm saying? That uh saying when I grow up, I'm gonna have sex every day when I
Right.
get married. You know what I'm saying? Wanting to have a nice yard. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? Feeling like when I fix some shit. You know what I'm saying? And then once you get in the mix of that shit, you like, this shit is work. This is responsibility. I didn't glamorize this shit as a
Yes.
child. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? Like I want
Yes.
to like, but yeah, I definitely see where you're coming from. And then the expectations of what you think you're gonna be as a husband and what you think a woman is supposed to do and not do. And then you realize, hey, this is another motherfucking human being. This ain't your servant. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Ricky Ricardo. I ain't got it like that. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? When my father told me, my dad was a realist. He used to always kill my mom's romanticism in my face. And I used to be thinking, my God, Dad, you're just so brute with stuff. But he would say, there's more than one person for you. Ain't no such a thing as a soulmate. And I thought, my God, that's so
Yeah.
brutal. I'm thinking you're gonna find him and he's gonna be your forever and we're gonna be married and we're gonna live a lifetime. Dad looked at me and said, that's not true. There's way more than one person for you on the planet. There's many people for you. It's not just
Dad was letting mama know, hey, your ass still can get left now. We locked in, but your ass still can get left. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no
listen,
other reason for him to say that in front of
no,
you.
no. And he stayed with mom till I'm talking about death did them part for real.
Hmm.
But the
Hmm.
deep part about it was dad was a realist. He was a
Yeah,
realist.
yeah.
And so when he told me stuff like that, it would just shoot right into the heart of my romanticism. But as I aged, I was like, ooh.
Well,
So now I told my daughter Morgan, I said, now listen, you gotta have a man for different things. I know, Mom, you say you need a man for all different types of things. I said, yes. I'm trying to explain something to you so you listen to me. You have your gardener, you have the one that does the mechanics, you got the one that does the housework, you got a husband energy, you got mom, I don't have time for this. I'm trying to keep it a buck for you to understand what it is, because you're going
Yeah.
to put all these demands on one man. If you are into marriage or whatever the hell, that's up to you. But if you're putting all this pressure on one man to be your everything, he's going to fail.
Yeah. You know, it's funny because since we're talking about expectations of women, some of these expectations, as I uh been married and grow, I can understand where some of these expectations come from. I'll give you a perfect example.
Okay.
The affection and cuddling this shit of a
Yes.
woman always being want to be up under a man.
Yes.
To me, that shit is irritating in a way. It's childish, it's little girlish. And but let me
You
explain
can't help
what I
it.
mean. And that's why I say eat. Let me explain what I mean so you can see where I'm growing and say in growth.
Okay.
Ever since I've had a daughter,
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a little girl want to be on me the same way my wife do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same vibration.
Yes.
It's the
Yes.
same. My daughter might come in the room,
Yes.
look at me, jump up on the bed,
Mm-hmm.
roll across me, put her butt on my face, and leave. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Or
Can't
she
help
might
it.
come or she might come and lay her head on my head like a pillow. And I just watch this need for affection
Yes. It's
that
real.
she has from her father.
Yes.
And I could tell it's the same thing that my wife would have. And I would be more like, baby, your head goddamn heavy. My arm and went to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like the things that women expect from their man. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah, you can lay on my chest while we watching a movie for a couple of minutes, but damn, you a grown ass woman. My shoulder going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? We trying to cuddle. You hot, I'm hot. You know what I'm
Oh my
saying?
God.
But now I understand that. And so I was talking to my wife the other day and I was laying in the bed and I was like, I'm really going to do my best to really make an effort to cuddle and intimacy and all that shit more. And
Yeah.
she was like, well, what made you come to that? I said, I know you expect that because that's something you didn't get from your father. And that's something that women need, no different than a man needs sex.
Or
Now,
we did get it from our father.
yeah, or
Or
did
the
get
other.
it from your
Yes.
father, one of the two.
Yes.
So the thing I realized, the same way a man needs sex, a woman needs intimacy. Now, what made me say, how am I going to push through this trying to give her intimacy? And that's not who I am as a person.
Right.
How am I going to push through the uncomfortable moments of making her feel like a little girl when that may not be in me for certain things, right?
Right.
So I was thinking, right? And I had this epiphany. I couldn't imagine being a woman and I'm in submission to a man knowing that my life and he has the final say so over everything. So I got to thinking, I said, well, damn, the same way she can come to me with something and feel humble or knowing deep down that I'm going to have the final say
Right.
in submission to me, that's a form of submission to her when
Yeah.
I go be intimate with her, even though it makes me feel uncomfortable,
Yes.
because the shit makes me feel uncomfortable. It does.
But why do you think it makes you feel uncomfortable? Because see, for me, I've learned that our bodies, our physical bodies. I was watching this morning and it's just so powerful. Our physical bodies keep score of the trauma we've been through.
Yeah.
Is it something you, and I'm just asking you to, you don't have to say it on here.
Yeah.
Go into your history in your mind and just take a stroll in your memory of when you felt uncomfortable with touch. Give me a second, because this
Yes.
phone is just ringing. Give me
Yeah.
a second.
I know exactly what it is, caller. I'm not one of these motherfuckers that don't know what's going on in his mind and his head, because I'm gonna say this to everybody that's watching. You know what the fuck going on. I got a song called Control, and it says, the very moment you got corrupted. So I think it's a form of corruption with me. You know what I'm saying?
Was it an instance where you were touched inappropriately, or you felt like you had to do something
Well,
physical?
yeah. I'm gonna explain. When I was young, I was that little boy that was, as old folks said, mannish. You know what I'm saying? And pedophiles, they know who to target, because
Yes.
they know that little boy, he always in my face. And I was
Mhm.
that kid that a woman would say, you cute, you gonna be a heartbreaker when you grow up. And I rub them on their face. You're so pretty, as early as 5, 6 years old. So I always would hear women having sex in my family and stuff. So I was fascinated, you know what I'm saying, with sex.
Okay.
You know, when I say hear women, you know, in the like hearing your aunt, you got an older
Yes,
aunt,
getting it in.
you
Yeah.
know, it's you sneaking, being grown, sneaking, listening through the wall and shit. So I
Right.
was fascinated with the idea of men and women, but I didn't know what sex was. I had never seen sex. And
Right.
I probably was about 7 or 8 years old. And this woman, she probably was about 23, 24. And she was asking me to touch on her and stuff. And I just felt powerless as a little kid. Like,
How
what
old were
the fuck?
you?
Probably about 6 or 7.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When it first happened, she was like, kiss her. I was into that shit. Like, yeah, like some shit finna go down. Like I thought, but then when she was like, well, put your hands in between my legs, or put your head between my legs. That's when I got nervous or got scared.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that this is how I am, me personally.
Right. So
I'm
the reason
thinking,
that's why I was asking you that.
let me finish so you see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think that I don't like affection
Mhm.
because she corrupted me in a way where I like fucking. I don't like touching and stuff if I'm not gonna fuck. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. Like that shit make my dick soft. If me and my wife like, oh yeah, if I know we gonna have sex and you want to cuddle and do all that shit make my dick go down. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just a form of corruption. I was corrupted, meaning that huggy, rubby, touchy shit.
Mhm.
I think her trying to touch on me or make me touch on her like that made me not like it. That's what I think personally. I don't know if that's true. I just know whenever if me and a woman is together,
Mhm.
and you know, just customarily, I've always been a handsome guy, and if a
Right.
woman want to sleep with you, she want to sleep with you.
Of
And
course.
I've always been the type of guy, I'm gonna make a woman say what she want. Like I told my sons, don't heat check a woman. Kiss her a little bit. If she let you kiss her, now kiss her on the neck. If she let you kiss her on the neck, see where she lets you rub a titty. If she lets you rub a titty, suck a titty. If she lets you suck a titty, stick your hands in the pan. You know what I'm saying? To me, that right there is how you get in trouble, how
Okay.
you get charges. Heat checking a woman. Oh, you
Right.
can do this. So I always was been the type of man, because of that, that's always be like, you know, are we fucking? Or I would just take my dick out. You know, women see a dick, they suck it and it start. So I'm
Right.
just being honest. So it's a situation where
Mhm.
if I'm with a woman
Yeah.
and we start all that foreplay shit, I could be hard, like this shit finna go down. And
Right.
she start that, because to me, kissing my neck don't do nothing but tickle. That
Mm.
don't make me feel good. You kissing my all that. It don't do nothing. It actually turns me off.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is I had to say to my wife, well, look, I understand the submission that you give to me. So I
Mhm.
have to submit to you in that way. But know this, when I come to you to give you some affection, don't expect to get fucked. I'm just giving you some affection.
Mhm.
And she was like, well, I like affection. It don't have to be followed up by sex. I'm like, okay, cool. So
Mhm.
I understand where those expectations from women come from. That
Right.
was my whole point. And for me to say, okay, let's lay here and cuddle
Mhm.
and rub and hump on each other and cuddle and whatever whatever it is for 10 minutes. And,
Right.
and I'm not gonna get hard. It's like it's like massaging somebody and you don't like giving massage.
Right.
It's like, God damn, man.
Here we go. Yeah, I'm doing it for just so you'll make you happy. Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm
Yeah.
trying to get out of that. But I'm
Well, but the reason I asked you to take that journey with me so I could hold your hand with where it came from.
Yeah.
Is how I would rather you not do it just to make her happy. I would rather you do it because it moves you to do it. I
That
would
should have
rather,
never moved me. That should have never moved me.
but what I mean by that is, what I mean by that is moving you, meaning that you're going to understand. I got to go back and get this my young 6-year-old self, and we got to go through this for real. We got to go through this. We got to really go through why I don't like it. Because I actually had to do this with a client of mine to where she feels abandonment all the time in relationships.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we were talking about it, I had to take her hand, literally, not literally, but
Mm-hmm.
spiritually, take her hand and walk with her through the walk. I always say the walk of doom. But for my coaching style, I don't like to keep going here. So we just gonna go one time and go in here and see what happened and figure out why are we here in this, because this our body keeps score, like I said,
Mm-hmm.
of the trauma. That was trauma because it wasn't something that was willing on your end. You were ignorant to what it was. I'm seeing more. Unfortunately, I'm hearing more about this stuff from men, and we don't talk about the pedophilia women that are out here. We're having
Oh,
a lot
women
of
way. I always said women way worse than men. The
that's
shit
what I'm
the
saying.
boys go through.
Yeah.
But Carla, let me tell you something about me, and this is the honest to God's truth. As I sit here and tell you that,
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you exactly what I think it is.
And
Now, peep this. You
what?
know how you say, let's go back there or go da da da. Sometimes I feel like this, and this is maybe just me as a Sagittarius. I don't know. I've had people tell me I'm a sociopath.
Oh.
I like how I am. Listen to what I'm saying, so you really get what I'm saying.
Okay.
Say for example, when you was a kid, you was playing with an iron and you burnt your arm,
Mm-hmm.
and it made a big ass keloid.
Mm-hmm.
And everywhere you go, that keloid is showing, and you embarrassed and you ashamed of it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you can't go back and undo the keloid. I got molested as a child.
Yes.
It corrupted me. When I say corrupted me, I'm using the word corrupted so y'all can. But I would say I got opened up. I love the nigga I am. I love my sex life. I love how I am. I
Right.
love that I like to beat my meat when I want to. I love that I like to look at porn when I want to. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Well,
I
there's
don't.
nothing wrong with it.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What I'm
Yeah,
saying.
absolutely. Because not everybody wants to fix the shit.
Yeah,
I'm
that's what
saying,
I'm trying to say.
yeah,
That's what I'm trying to say.
absolutely.
It's like, but to answer Trey Food's question, she said, is it duty moving you to cuddle? I would say yes, because
That's it.
yeah, I understand. Like I said, she don't want to submit to me in everything. My wife would tell me,
Yeah.
me and my wife would say, well, I'm doing it because you're my husband and I'm submitting to you. She's like, but I don't think this right. I don't want to do it this way. I don't want to do it this way, but I'm gonna let you call the lead. So
Right.
what I'm saying is, if she can submit for me like that,
Right.
I can try to get into cuddling,
Yeah.
even though the shit may not feel good because her
Right.
submission don't feel good.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, over time, we was cuddling the other day, and I guess she was so happy in little girl mode, it kind of made me feel like a strong man, and then it never made me feel like before.
Right. That's
So
what I'm saying. Well,
it might be
that's what I'm
over time things
Yes.
happen. You
Yes,
see
and
what I'm
they
saying?
do.
Because
Yes.
when my daughter lay on me, I feel like the king of the world. I
Right.
never felt that when a woman trying to lay all over you and shit. I'd be like, man, here this shit
Here
go.
we go.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's almost like a joke with women peeing right after they have sex. I'm like, "Dawg, what are you peeing for? Are you peeing out there?" I asked women that, and a lot of women was like, I don't know. I kind of just do it. I know you ain't fucking me in the same hole I pee out of, so it ain't like I'm pissing the sperm out, but they just be like, it's just something they do. So it's kind of like after sex,
Yep.
it's like a woman be like, let's lay together in the afterglow. And I'd be like, well, I'm tired.
I just want to roll over.
I
Right.
want to roll over. I want to fall asleep. I want to enjoy this good sleep. And it's like, I used to feel like these were things that women just needed, like you said, from the romanticism of it. But now I see the way my daughter be on me, that women need this from men the same way we need sex from men. So I'm trying to be empathetic and be and really You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, when I said go back and get them, I wasn't saying that, because sometimes I do agree that we're traumatized about everything, or we're in a
Hmm.
victimhood of everything, so we're going back to fix that.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying it is what it is. You can't go back and fix being that you were unable to protect yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
let's touch base about that. I'm not
Hmm.
saying go back and say, well, this grown ass woman was bringing me to my manhood at 6. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
when we go back and we can just go into the mindset of where we were. Because I remember one man I saw recently, he was saying he didn't like the smell of the woman's Jerry curl. That was, that was seducing him as a kid. Just the Jerry curl,
And
just
Jerry Curl got
yeah,
a
the Jerry
funny
curl
sweet
was,
activator
yeah,
smell
it
to it
was
too. I
good. And
think
I
this
was
bitch
like,
had a Jerry Curl. Carla, what'd you bring that up for?
so I was like, you know what? And sometimes it could be something, one of the senses that you don't like or that bothered you.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Jerry curl was very significant to him. Does he say, I'm a victim, I'll never come out of it? No, but he can tell us, well, Jerry curl juice was something that is a trigger for his experience of having sexual intercourse
I
with a
think you got
woman
to worry
waiting
about
for his
smelling no
son.
more Jerry Curl. But
You
yeah,
see what I'm
like you said, but but even having the conversation just now, I
saying?
guess it can make me be more cognizant of when I get ready to cuddle
Yeah.
and I feel uncomfortable. I'll be like, okay, this ain't the lady.
Or you can even speak to it. See, a lot of times we don't put words to what we feel. Remember, I was telling you earlier, I'm dealing with the mourning of an ex. Now, that's not something you want, you just talk about.
Cause
But
you might got a partner now, and he like, why you so fucked up over this
right,
nigga?
right. But even with that,
Has
I'm
he
like, I
said
got,
that?
but you know what I'm
Has he
saying?
said that?
No, no, no. You know what I'm saying? But it could be uncomfortable for him as an example. But I'm like, how do I put this into words? Because I have to explain it so that I can face it. Because a lot of times we don't face everything. I've been carrying around this heavy ass load for over a week now, and I got to talk about it. Like, what do you say about I have lost someone that was important to me. I've
Yeah.
had people come to me personally, like, Carla, I'm really sorry about your loss. So it felt good that someone acknowledged it, but I wasn't his woman. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the fact we had a chapter. And so for me, I'm like, how do I express this so I can be a incentive for someone else that's going through something uncomfortable, or like you said, this ain't me for real. I don't really do this.
Well, let
But
me say something to you, Carla. And you just brought up something that's so amazing to me. And I don't know if you feel like this, but I'll tell you how I felt. And this may be the similar vibration of what you're feeling.
okay,
I had an ex that passed not too long ago.
really, okay,
Yeah, 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 yeah. And it wasn't even an ex. It was a woman that we was just fucking a lot
okay,
for a while.
okay,
Uh,
yeah,
and her dying, and this is where they say soul ties and
yeah,
whatever that shit mean. I don't believe in all
listen,
that shit, but I will say this: when she died,
yeah,
it was something eerie in me that just felt like part of me died when she died because I was sleeping with her that long.
yeah.
Now I don't know if
It's
the
a heavy.
vibration of
It,
what you feeling, but that's just
it does. It does feel like that because, like I said, he and I was 17 and he was 20, but we went to school together. He used to be a bully to me when I was young, like 14,
yeah.
pick on me, tell you can't come on my corner and all this stuff. I'm like going to my mom. He's like, yeah, I like your mom with her Sassoon jeans and all
Yeah,
this
he
stuff.
was watching you. He watching you like you getting some hips now. He bullying you. You like that motherfucker getting thick.
Yeah, he's like, your mama
Yeah.
was wearing them Sassoon jeans. Like, I don't have time for this. But no, so it was a long history that you lose when they pass.
Yeah, that's why I said I felt like I
Yeah,
lost a part of myself in a way, even if it was just my own mortality kicking in. Like,
yeah,
damn,
it
I used
does.
to be dragging this chick, nailing her to the cross, and she gone.
Yeah,
Man,
I know.
that's amazing.
And then after that, you're gonna crack up. But right after that, ex that I told you has been trying to talk to me recently told me, well, I've been going through it. I've been on this medicine and stuff, and I haven't really been taking care of myself. And I was thinking back, and I really effed things up with me and you. And I told him he has to book me if he wants to see me. You got to book and get a session. He's like, oh, see, why I gotta book you? I'm like, because I'm not doing that with you.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
gonna,
yeah.
you're
And
gonna.
look, and you know what, Miss Carla, this is what I say about men. If he say he messed up and all this shit,
He
blah, blah,
did.
blah, blah, blah.
He
Look,
did.
this is why I say a man, book the woman.
Right.
Pay for her time.
Yes.
You might, and hopefully that you know how they say those songs I miss and I ain't too proud to beg and all that stuff.
Right.
If you really, really love her and wish her like that, book
Right.
her 7, 8 times, and every time you come begging, please, 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 she might hop
Right.
up on your dick on this table one day. You never know.
But
You know
it's
what
so
I'm saying?
funny.
Just
I
try to
told him.
see.
But I told him, Javon, I said, the problem why we aren't together is because you are not honest to you. It's not about me. You can't tell yourself the truth if your life depends on it. You have got to stop all that drinking. I was telling him all this stuff. He was like, man, you telling the truth. I'm like, but
Yeah,
you
and
don't.
look, after a while, he like, shit, I shouldn't even confess my love. You telling me the same shit. All right, Carla. All right, Carla.
So again, and I told him, I said, I'm not borrowing. I'm not bearing another ex. I'm not doing it. So you better get your head out your ass, because if I have to come to your funeral, I'm coming there and I'm kicking your ass in the casket. He said, you would do that? I said, yes. And your parents and everybody gonna be confused. Like, why is this woman socking him and smacking him? I'm like, because you're not listening to your health. You're playing around.
Trey Prue says, my kid's dad passed 4 months ago. We went back to 87. It felt detrimental. So I could see definitely condolences, how she would feel, because like I said, I didn't have children by this woman, but I think it just made me question my own mortality, just like thinking back and the essence of how good we used to make each other feel and how much fun we had. Is like she's gone. Like
they have a history. They got a part. They have a shared history.
Yep.
So when you have that, it really takes you up and through there. But one of the things that I did want to say though is one of the things about cuddling, it really is life. It really can be life altering. One of the things that you'll learn is when you're cuddling with someone and you just, instead of doing like, oh, I gotta do this, I'm like, come on, or whatever, be like, you know what? Let me be here for real, in the moment. Because if we really calculate time moves about 100 miles per hour. But if we could just be in the moment and be like, my wife is here with me, I'm able to embrace and hold her. Because when I look at my one client that's 92 and he brings up his wife that's died 8 years ago, he talks about the loss of her. The love never goes away. It's still there. But the heaviness of it is she really had my back. So when you're just in the moment, just don't think about it being about cuddling. Just think about just being here in her presence.
I'm here. Yeah. I definitely get what you're saying, because when you was describing that now, I was thinking about time and how fast time moves. My daughter will be 5 in May, and just with her being here on this earth, our relationship has changed in so many which ways and dynamics. So it's just like she got a nana, one of her teachers, the assistant in the classroom at her old school. Somehow she just loved Crystal, so she takes Crystal to church. So I always wanted my daughter to grow up in church, but I don't go to church right now. So
right.
I was gonna start back going. So I definitely
that romanticism we were just talking about.
Exactly. I want to be a man. I want my daughter to grow up in church. Goddamn it! That's me. Jesus is my husband. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So we have to get over our humps of realism and romanticism. And one of the hardest challenges in this lifetime is coming to terms with saying, okay, there's still a romantic bone in me, but I don't get too caught up
Yeah,
in the lack of it because I'm not
yeah,
in need of it now. I've learned to embrace realism. So now when I'm just in the, like you said, in the moment of just being held, I'm in the moment of just being in appreciation
yeah,
versus
yeah,
I ain't getting
definitely.
well, the other one used to hold me and hug me, kiss my top of my head, and then he would embrace me, and then we would, don't compare it. It's too we this is not the same person. So just be in appreciation and in gratitude. That's the hardest part.
And then realizing that it's a blessing for somebody to want to be in your space like that. You know what I'm
Period.
saying? I
Yes.
remember there will always be situations with me and my wife and different other situations with women. And it seemed like just me, not all women, but the women I deal with,
Yes.
it's like I'm I cook, I sing, I rap, I dance, I do a lot of stuff. So it's like
Yes.
their first experience with me, it
Yeah.
always be has always been like, let's do that again.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, this shit ain't gonna be the same. And they'd be like,
But
how you
that's
know?
what I mean, Javon.
Yeah,
So
then expectation. I said, cause I
oh,
ain't gonna be the same because you asking me to do the
I
same
know,
shit
but that's the
again.
problem. That's what I mean by us as women. This is what we struggle with because I'm a woman, so I'm trying to explain it to you. We as women love the husband, like we love that husband energy. We love, even if we're not sexing you, we
Yeah,
love the husband energy where you give a damn about what you got going on. That husband protection is something we as women can't get enough of. Here's the truth: women are going to be more drawn to your husband's side. So whether we're in that type of dynamic or not, if you are giving a damn about where are you going, what are you doing, hey, make sure you're paying attention when you're going out here. Don't just, like Dad used to say, don't just go get out your car and just walk forward. Pay attention, look
hmm,
around you, make sure you're
hmm,
paying attention, and see if someone's watching behind you, just stuff like that. That husband energy is attractive,
yeah,
but the
yeah, yeah,
problem is you are in full practice and in full bloom in husbandry.
yeah.
So because you are in that energy, Javon,
They love it.
when even you are just not the woman's husband, you have the energy on your soul.
Hmm.
So even the women that are just your women that are around you for you cooking for them or spending time with them or talking to them or coaching with them, those women are going to draw from you the husband energy because it's
Yeah.
it's fulfilling.
Hmm.
We as women have to have that.
Yeah.
We desire that because we want to be like cared about, we want to be seen, we want to be heard, we want to be valued. And
It's
husbands give that.
it's funny you say that because uh I got this lady that followed me on IG and she said, I get up every morning for you to cuss my black ass out. And I be like, why are you looking at it like that? She was like, no, you like my big brother. She like, I'm like her husband. I'm like her
Yes,
big brother and her husband. She's like, sometimes you like my father. She said, I get up every morning. I be like, I know I'm getting up and I'm living foul. She was like, let me go see if this motherfucker gonna cuss my ass out today. Like,
yes.
if he don't cuss me out today, it's gonna be tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And I just
That's what I
laugh.
mean. Yes.
Yeah, it's like women, they desire that like you it's no better way to describe it than husband energy,
Husband
because I know for a fact, I'd have lost a couple of nice wedding bands to the point I don't wear one no more. But me and my wife, if you could see blankly, I have her middle name Hope tattooed on my finger,
okay, that's beautiful.
ring
That's,
finger.
that's
So I
better
was,
anyway.
yeah, I was like, if we break up, I'm gonna say it mean helping other people excel.
Oh, you had it already mapped
I
out?
already mapped that shit out. You know what I'm saying? But the point I'm making is, when a woman see you with a ring,
Yes.
they go crazy. It's and I think what it is this: 70% of women that divorce their husbands end up sleeping with married men. And I guess, like you said, it's that husband energy. It's. I'm gonna tell you something my granddaddy told me, and my granddad is so damn stupid, and it's something that I
Oh, he's
always
still
do. And
living because you talk about him all the time.
yeah, and it always works. Say for example,
Is he still on the planet?
no, no, no,
Oh, okay.
no. My granddaddy died when I probably was about 18,
Okay.
18,
Okay.
19. And my granddaddy said, whenever you with a woman and you always drive, he said, but when you drive with them, when you get ready to park, he said, always back in. And he said, when you finish back in, you look at it and said, look, now when you park, always back in because you're a woman. And if somebody after you and you can get in your car, you can just pull out. They love that shit. They be like, oh, for real? I never thought about it like that. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, you got to back in because if you back in, imagine if somebody trying to get in your car and you got to try to reverse and all that.
Right,
but if you back in, you can just hop in your car and pull off or you can run over the motherfucker.
Right.
Be like, and after that, it always be a situation I see it again. They be like, you know, I be backing in. I back in now. And it's like that one little thing. He said, tell him. He said, give them some games. School them. They'll love you for it.
Forever. And that
Did you back in? Did your dad teach you that? Did your dad teach you that?
He didn't tell me about that, but I do back the car in.
Oh, so okay. What made you back in? Did a man tell you that or you just figured out for your own safety?
I just backed in because I liked being that I like backing in, so when it came time to pull out, I didn't have to look back to figure out how to get out.
Yeah,
so that's why But my daughter backs in because I back in. I knew that I'm influential to her, so I didn't realize it until I pulled up to her driveway and she's backed in. I'm like, well, what are you doing? So again, we do things and we don't realize how impressionable we are to our kids and to our daughters.
This is a little off subject, but it's on the subject. I guess we just wrapping now. You know what I'm saying? It's Sunday. Yeah. You said your daughter back in because you back in. I was talking to this sister at work last night, and she was like smiling in my face and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I had
love. You know he's on.
Oh, let little man get some camera time. He just won't hit grandma. He won't hit Nana.
You know I have to. I don't play around. You can come up here and be on your iPad, but you can't be leaving the porch where I can't see you.
I thought you went over there and slapped the shit out of me. Okay, get your goddamn ass on. You see grandma on the damn camera.
You know I'm working. No,
I'm just saying. But what was my point?
You were talking about how when we were talking about my daughter backing in.
Yeah, your daughter backing in, right? So I'm at work and it's this sister. She's been trying to smile in my face, a little while. And she always, when she come to work, she be like, I got some Jersey Mike's if you want a piece. I'm like, no, I got some Chipotle if you want some. And last night she was saying that shit. I said, look, if you trying to woo me, don't offer me no goddamn fast food. And she was like, what you mean? Ain't nobody trying to woo you. I'm trying to be nice and just offer you. I said, but every time you come to work, you're trying to offer me some shit. I said, let me tell you something. I said, I don't trust no woman that can't cook. I said, if a woman can't cook, you're a little girl, right? She got offended. So she asked me to explain. Now, this is off subject, but it's on subject. Right. Notice how you just said your daughter back in because you back in, right?
Yes, sir.
You ain't tell her, baby, back in for safety. So, she do it because you do it.
Yes.
I was telling her, she said, well, how you learn how to cook? Just because your mama showed you how to cook. I said, my mama didn't show me how to cook. My mama cooked in the house. Me walking through the kitchen. I learned how to cook accidentally by being around a woman that cooked.
Right.
Same way your daughter learned how to back in.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of household that you grew up in that you as a girl, now most mothers will tell a girl, come in here, let me show you how to cook.
Yes.
But if she don't show you say that, you will learn just by being around it like me.
Yes.
Like I remember the first time I knew I learned how to cook. I was about 5-6 years old. My grandma said, boy, go fry that pork chop. My grandma had a liquor house and the man wanted a pork chop. My grandma was playing bid whist. My grandma said, boy, go fry that pork chop for him. And the man said, that boy can't fry no pork chop. And my grandma said, shit, all he got to do is it's already seasoned.
See?
So I just went over there and dipped the shit in the flour. Like, I've been waiting, wishing she let me drop one of them motherfuckers in that grease.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I learned how to cook just by being in the house of a woman cooking.
Right.
So if you're a woman that didn't learn how to cook, what the fuck kind of household you grew up in?
And you know what's so funny? My mother didn't teach me how to cook. She refused. She wouldn't teach me.
But you learned how to cook.
I learned how to cook from my exes. My ex-husband. So my ex-boyfriend, the one that died, Derek, he taught me how to cook. Then all my ex-boyfriends taught me how to cook. So I learned how to cook through that, and just from them being very patient and showing me and be like, it's real easy to do this. It is no
Yeah.
big deal. You know, it's no big deal. But my mom knew it. She was like, I'm not teaching you. And she didn't. But you know, me and
Wonder
my
why.
mom,
Wonder why.
she and I were spicy. We were back and forth. And I was like, you know, it's okay. Give me a second. Just a
Yeah.
minute, because he's having a breakdown over
Yeah.
his
Yeah. I
iPad.
think. Go ahead. Handle your business. Mom probably didn't teach her how to cook because mama was like, I don't want you to be cooking for no motherfucking man. I want you to be taken care of and pampered. Yeah, but I was trying to tell the sister, like, how you not know how to cook? What the fuck is going on in your house? Did you not grow up in a house where your mom didn't cook? Did you not care? Were you slow? How did you not learn how to do that shit? My mom never called me in the kitchen. Now, this is how you wash dishes, hot water, soap, da, 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 da. You just learn. You just learn shit by being in a house where shit went on. You know what I'm saying? But family, today we talk about the expectations in relationship. We were originally talking about the expectations of women, but we also talk about the expectations of men. I was saying as a man, a lot of men are foregoing trying to date because men are getting tired of just being the blame.
Yes.
You know, I told a sister the other day, she was complaining and I was doing a one-on-one and I said, sister, there are men that want to go with you that you don't want to go with.
Right.
He said, yeah. I said, well, how you think they feel? And she was like, I ain't got nothing to do with how they feel. I said, but you feel like they feel. You see what I'm saying? As a man, I have always felt like as a man, and I'm gonna tell you something. And another granddad is saying it's almost like when you pull that dick from them, you got to make them think they broke up with you. You can't.
That's true.
If you fucking a woman good, you can't break up with her. You can't leave her alone. I noticed that me in my life. I ain't saying all women. I ain't saying I'm the best sex man in the world, but
Right.
every woman I ever dealt with, I had to make her trick her. I had to somehow make her think she left me because when I wanted to stop pulling that dick out of, it was all hell break loose and havoc. There's been times that I have lied or you know what I'm saying. I ain't gonna lie. I have got a car fixed, do something to show like. You know, we said we was gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna. I got something going on. I'm gonna chill out. But look, I'm gonna get your car fixed just so you know it's all love now. I said, bitch, still be mad.
Right, of course. Well, I also told my daughter. I said we don't get left, and I explained it to her very clearly. I said once a man locks in and loves us, we don't get left.
Yeah.
So understand that. So you understand, you know, a man loves you, that's a wrap. He's going to love you for life. That's a lock-in. And when you explain it, it helps them to understand, well, I can't just be free, you know, willy-nilly with this because I have a certain depth of love.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize how much when my ex told me it's your level of care. He said, do you remember you used to pick me up? And me and my boys, we'd be out there drunk and drinking. You come and pick us up? I didn't remember that. But he's like, no, you cared. And I was like, okay.
Bring everybody some coffee, cook us all some cream of wheat and everything. I remember
Larry it was, yes.
Yeah, all my friends. Let me tell you something. Ain't nothing like a woman that make a man look good in front of his friends. Boy, you make a nigga look good in front of his friends. He's drunk. He call you up and you come pick him up and you give everybody some coffee and cook everybody some hot grits or something. Them niggas wake up the next day like, man, that motherfucker got a good woman, dog. I wish I had me a woman like that.
I tapped on all of them and woke all of them up and got them in the car, in the vehicle, drunk. They were all at the restaurant and I tapped them all, woke them up and took them home. Every one of them, I dropped them off. He's like, yeah, you made sure we were all safe and got home safe. And I'm like, I didn't remember all of that. But the level of care, and I didn't realize how impactful care matters to men, almost to a whole different level of love.
Yeah, it's care and respect. It's funny how I knew I cared about this chick. We was friends. I wouldn't say we was friends. I wanted to smash and it would be situations that we would be around each other
Right.
And she got drunk one night, and I had to take her home, and she was like, I gotta pee, I gotta pee, I gotta pee. And I pulled over on the side of the road, and I let her pee, and I ain't
Mhm.
even look. That's when I was like, this is really my friend. I care about this woman,
I
because
really care
I
about you.
damn so wanted to look and see her pee, boy. I like to see a woman pee. I was like, damn it. I'm standing there. She just squatted down. She pissing like hell. The light shine. I'm like, I ain't even gonna.
The
I said,
thing we'll do.
this must really be a friend. I
This
wanted to
must
see
really
this
be.
screen.
Yes. Yeah. But that's what I mean when we say
Yeah, that's what she said. But she noticed it. She was like, when she got back in the car, she was like, friend, you ain't even look at me pee. I was like, I know, right? Bitch, get off me. You ain't had no tissue. I know you ain't wipe your hands and nothing. But
But that's what I'm saying. That's why it's important for us to realize that once we get to this level and degree of understanding when we're talking about love, lust, care, and all of this, in the enrapturing of understanding and expectations, we start to realize that, not all women are going to get the husband version of you.
yeah.
They might get the old version, a Playboy version of Javon. They
Mm-hmm.
might get the dude that might just smack it up, flip it, and rub it down. But it just depends on what version she brings out of you too.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
takes it's a give and take when you're talking about that kind of dynamic. But
Yeah.
only one person right now is getting the husband energy from you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But while you're talking about it, I think with you having a daughter, she's helping you she's baby stepping you into the version of why women are drawn to the
Mm-hmm.
cuddling and where that's
Yeah.
coming from. It's kind of
Definitely.
helping.
Well, there it is, man. It felt good on a Sunday morning. It felt good on a Sunday morning. Sunday morning, for some reason, I done prepped dinner for the week, made
See?
salads. I done did a lot of stuff. So now this conversation was like a wind down. It
Yeah.
don't feel like I didn't work, ripping and running all day
Right.
and then having to prepare for a show. So I
Right.
like how Sunday morning feel. Y'all give us some feedback on the Sunday morning. We're gonna be rocking this Sunday morning, 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all give us some feedback.
Yes.
Miss Carla, keep growing the page, and we love y'all.
Mwah.
See y'all next Sunday.
Next Sunday, guys. Bye.
Peace.
Peace.